Yeah, salute, peace and power. Give everybody some time to tap in. Hope everybody good. Give everybody some time to tap in. Give it to the 15-minute mark. I'm gonna do what I do. Hope everybody good out there. Hope everybody can hear me clearly. Everybody can hear me. No, it's like a little delay. So I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Anybody out there, if you can hear me, type one in the chat so I know you can hear me. Make sure I ain't breaking up or glitching. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the 10-minute mark before I get into what the title says. Give some people some time to tap in and check in. Because all these lies and these rumors and accusations gotta stop, just in general. Because a lot of people get frustrated with things in life and they like to over exaggerate. And again, I'm not upset about it. I'm just tired of it. Like, you know, it's a lot of things going on with the world and in the world, and I'm gonna address it. And I'm gonna start with the lies and the credibility. Because at the end of the day, it's time to start holding each other accountable for things we say and things we do. And why that's relevant is because when you put allegations on people's name and it's not true, majority of the times it's not no no charges filed or it's not no repercussions. It's just okay, they lied. And that person got to go back and rebuild their credibility or reestablish their name. And in the court of public opinion, a lot of people is found guilty just in the court of public opinion. And honestly, it's time for that to change. Because no matter if the person actually said whatever somebody's alleging, when that person is not telling the truth, nothing happens. It's just okay, that person got to rebuild their credibility back. Or some people still have in the back of their mind, they probably did it, but they got money, or they got popularity, or they got fame. And that ain't what's going on. Salute who that tapped in. Realist, I appreciate for tapping in. Let me know if you can hear me clearly, because the stream y'all be acting up sometime. Yeah, just let me know if I'm coming through clearly. All right, thanks. I appreciate it. So what I'm saying is that it's time to do better. Like, somebody could blame somebody for something, and they might not have done what the person alleged or person said. And the person that did the accusing, nothing happens. Definitely when it's a woman against a man, that's 100. And I don't want nothing to happen to no women. I got a mother, I got daughters, I got a sister, I got aunts, I got cousins. I don't want nothing to happen to no woman, but I don't want no woman to be frustrated or upset about something, and now they just make up an allegation because they frustrated. The men have like something or how something turned out. So it's like they probably went out on a date with a basketball player that got money, and he told them what it is. We just going out to eat. That's that, and they probably frustrated, or they probably end up doing something sexually, and the female thought it would go another way. So now I'm gonna throw these allegations out. That's that person's credibility now. They could lose endorsements. They could lose money. They could lose advertisements and people investing in them. And that's their name. I wouldn't want that to happen to my father, my son, my brother, a friend of mine, because somebody got frustrated. They didn't like the way something went down. So I'm gonna just throw these allegations out there. That's why I'm not a big component of talking about people and putting things in the atmosphere or the environment. Because when that happens, now that person got to fight to clear their name. And when you guilty in the court of public opinion, people don't understand the scrutiny and the ridicule you have to accept and go through to clear your name. And a sorry doesn't always get it, because when you didn't do something, you didn't do it. That's why I made a video talking about, I don't care who lied to me, but it's a whole difference when somebody lie on me. Big difference. So somebody can lie to me and tell me they love me, they gonna be there for me, they gonna be there with me. If I'm hungry, they gonna feed me. They ain't gotta do none of that. But when they lie on me, it's my credibility. And when your credibility is at stake, that's huge, because you gotta go through a lot to clear your name. No matter how much money you got, no matter how much popularity you got, no matter how much fame you got. But that don't matter no more, because if the public say, yeah, they did it, they did it. Or if majority people say they did it, it don't matter, they did it. So it's time to get back to facts and truth. People say they real, or you know, they like to hear truth. People don't like to hear the truth. People not real. They don't want to hear the truth. They only want to hear the truth that makes them feel better. A lot of people only on the internet for attention, or only on the internet so they can make a little bit of money. And ain't nothing wrong with making no money. But you gonna tarnish somebody else's credibility to get that money? So when we talk about credibility, that's like honor and dignity and integrity. Oh, I gotta remember, I'm on the internet. People don't want to display that. A lot of people don't want to show that. Definitely on the internet, because this thing here is about clout. It's about clout. It's about gossiping. It's about rumors. It's about speculation. It ain't about love. It ain't about uplifting. Once you put somebody's name in your title, or you put someone else's business in one of your videos or on your live stream, everybody want to see what's going on. But start talking about something positive and uplifting, people going to ignore that. And for the people that do latch on to it or do want to support it and do want to appreciate it, they might get hated on. They might get talked about. And that's just where we at. And it's going to stay that way because people always say they want real things. They don't want real things. They just want things that's real for them. For them. It's just everybody all for themselves. I don't get how people say, yo, we gotta stay together. We gotta be unified. There gotta be more unity. And people know they actually only care about themselves. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because I'm a big component of people loving themselves. But don't be saying you want to stick together in this unity and you only care about yourself. Let somebody else know that. They don't gotta deal with you or deal with that. Because that's how people do it. Nah, it's all love, yo. It's all unity. It's all this, it's all that. And they ain't being honest about it. As soon as you turn your back, they're gonna talk about you. That's why I prefer to talk to people and not about them. I ain't weak like that. I don't have no discrepancy towards somebody when they back is turned. I'm gonna talk about them, whether I know them or not. I'm not gonna do it. Now they back turned. Now I'm gonna talk about them. I'm gonna tell them how I see them. Ain't no need for me to tell other people. They ain't gonna do nothing but cause more problems, cause more headaches, cause more friction, cause more tension. That's all that's gonna do. Because no matter what you say, when you say it to someone else and they got to say it to somebody else, the story will never get out the way you said it. You could say, yo, I'm just chilling. I'm just trying to find myself and be to myself. Somebody else ain't going to tell that the way you said it. They're going to be like, yo, he trying to isolate himself. He probably mad at such and such. And you ain't mad. You just trying to find you, the better you, to be a better version of yourself. So you don't have to worry about speculating. You don't got to worry about headaches, drama, problems, friction, because it could be avoided. But a lot of people don't want to avoid headaches, drama, friction, because now they're not getting attention. And when they're not getting attention, they feel lonely. They feel left out. I come on here when I come on here. I don't have a set date. I don't have a set time. I just come on here. Whoever tap in, I'm thankful. Whoever don't, no problem. But it's not gonna change how I'm gonna operate. But I do know that it ain't working. What ain't working? Nothing ain't working. Look around. What's working? School ain't working. Working ain't working. The system ain't working. The government ain't working. The internet ain't working. Because every time you're on the internet, somebody gonna talk about somebody else. Not things that's going on. No, someone else. I talk about things that's going on, not other people. I speak about current events, society, humanity, reality, because that's what we need to be living in, reality. We need to be more hip and equipped to what's going on. We behind, we losing as a whole, as a society, not just as one particular culture, we losing. We losing, we behind. We do something to one another as a culture, that's not publicized like when someone else do something to us. Someone else do something to us that's not from our culture, it's a big thing. We protesting, we rioting, we rallying. But when someone else that don't look like us, that's what we do. When someone that look like us, we turn a blind eye to it. Oh no, we gotta stop hurting each other. Do we really? But somebody else hurt us or do something to us, it's a big thing. It's all over the news. Everybody fed up. Oh, they tired of the police, or they tired of this man. They tired of this woman. But when we do it to our own self, the energy level ain't the same. We our own worst enemy. We got family. We don't rock with our own family. Plenty of people out there that know that they got cousins, aunts, uncles. They don't even rock with. They don't even speak to. So how you gonna try to have a better relationship with your man or your woman or your kids or your mother or your father? That ain't gonna work because it ain't sincere. That's why I appreciate the time way before this internet, because you had to be sincere. You had to really be dedicated and put time in. Every time I look at the news or I'm on the internet, it's like, wow, I got a hit. Don't recommend, not interested for a ton of videos. Like, how did this even pop up in my algorithm? I don't watch stuff like this. I don't want to see nothing like this. I don't want to hear about that. That's why on my platform, I tell people to do that because I understand majority of people don't want to be educated. Majority of people want to be entertained. And I'm not knocking that, but I'm gonna bring that education first. Then I'm gonna bring some entertainment. That's why I do a bunch of research and a bunch of homework because we need that. We need to be educated. But we behind. What we thinking we know, we don't know nothing. We're oblivious to it. We're oblivious to it. What we think we know, what we say we know. And then when somebody want to teach us, oh, you think you know everything. I don't want to hear that. You preaching or you teaching. We good. Let me talk about something that's detrimental. Click. like, subscribe, share. Talk about something educational. Oh, nah, I'm good. Talk about other people. Oh yeah, nah, we gonna watch that. We gonna listen. Because we in the days and times when we get adrenaline rush of someone else's downfall, of someone else's problems. Oh, this person's sick and they got some status quo. Let's talk about it. Or this person got a little bit of money and they not faithful to their woman or their man. Let's talk about it. We need to talk about how to get that person some healing and some support and some help so that disease or that infection don't get passed over to somebody else. Because this is disease when we know somebody's not doing what they're capable of doing in any relationships, at a job, with their family, with their kids, with their husband, with their wife. We supposed to lift that person up and say, yo, you know what now? We gonna support you. We gonna help you get this right. We gonna help you figure this out. Because the more people got it together, the less work we gotta do on a whole to patch up those holes so we can stop all the slow leaks and all this air from leaking from all different places across the world and across the globe. But when you talk about that, oh, I don't want to hear that. But when you talk about people, oh yeah, you're gonna blow up. When you worry about other people's business, oh yeah, you're gonna blow up. Because everybody gonna be like, oh well, no, this is the new thing right here. He be talking about such and such and such. When you talk about doing real homework and real research on diseases or on food or on environment, on the planet, oh, nah, I ain't sharing that. Nobody want to hear that. You speaking for other people. Speak for yourself. If you don't want to hear it, you ain't got to hear it. It's a lot going on in all aspects. Kids can't go to school. They're getting bullied. People can't go to work. They're getting hurt, or they're getting talked about, or they trying to be downed and clowned because maybe they just want to go to work, do their job, and go home. And if you do that, go to work, do your job, come on, now you got to worry about somebody trying to take something from you. And then when somebody's trying to take something from someone and they end up getting hurt, it's like, oh, well, that shouldn't have happened to them. But they not getting counseled like, yo, you don't need to be out here robbing, stealing, trying to unalive people for a quick $500 or quick $1,000 or quick $10,000. And instead of putting that money up for bail, put that money into a business. Like, yo, you know what? Yo, we're gonna start this business. We're gonna really get this legitimate money. So no matter what, nobody can take it away from us. Everybody wanted now it's the microwave. Put in the microwave and heat it up. What happened to cooking and preparing the meal? Now just put in the microwave, warm it up. And if the microwave ain't warming it up quick enough or fast enough, frustration sink in. Meaning, when people can't get it when they want it, how they want it, right then and there, frustration sink in. I'm frustrated. My girl don't listen. My man don't listen. My baby father moving too slow. My baby mom's moving too slow. My kids ain't picking up on it quick enough. I've been working at this job for 6 months. I ain't get a raise yet. I'm tired of walking. I need a car. Nobody got patience to do the right thing. So everybody getting frustrated quickly and they just gonna do whatever. And that doing whatever is not only hurting them, but it's hurting other people. Because lies and credibility now. Somebody could just come out of nowhere and say I did something to them and I ain't do nothing, and I gotta prove that I'm innocent. I just gotta prove that. It's like, damn, I ain't even given the benefit of the doubt. Like, hold on, let's investigate. But that woman said he did this. He had to do it. Believe all women. Then when you find out that it wasn't true, nothing happens. So I see why they could just make up an allegation, or allegations are made up. So you could be a father out here doing everything you need to do for your kid, but if the woman say he don't love his kid, he a deadbeat, he's just supposed to be believed? What if you can't actually film everything you do? What if you can't actually get video footage of everything you do for your kid, or how you sacrifice for your kid? That mean you don't love your kid? That mean you a deadbeat? No. So it makes me think, where we at as a society now? We ain't nowhere. We got to start all the way over because we behind with everything. It's easy to hate. It's hard to love and respect, though. It's so easy to hate. It's hard to love and respect and appreciate. When it's time to appreciate, when it's time to really, really dig deep and support and love and honor and show dignity, that's when you got a problem. That's when somebody gonna attack you now. Or when you minding your business, you don't want to be bothered with the same headaches, the same stupidity, the same foolishness. Now you're gonna have a problem. Because it's like, oh, hold on. I know she don't think she better than me. I know he don't think he better than me. Now all of a sudden he don't want to do this. Now all of a sudden she don't want to do that. Because that's what that selfish energy gets you. See, when it's time to be selfish, for us to love ourselves and appreciate ourselves, we don't do that. But when it's time to be selfish, when it comes to other people, it's easy to do that. Easy to do that. Or other people involved, or it's easy for me to be selfish. But when it's time for you to buckle down and appreciate yourself and love yourself, you need credibility. You need validation. If I buy these jeans, people gonna think I got money. If I wear these sneakers, people gonna think I got money. If I buy this type of vehicle, people gonna give me attention. But when you say credibility don't mean nothing, people say no. In certain situations, it means something. It means something, period. So if you're looking for credibility and validation when it comes to your wardrobe, how much money you got in your pocket, why it don't mean nothing when somebody can make up an allegation or a story? Supposed to mean something, period. Point blank. Because why? Honor, integrity, and dignity stands for something. People got to show dignity, more honor, more integrity, be more mindful. And if something ain't for you, it ain't for you. We got a billion followers and we got like 1,000 leaders. I'm gonna say that again. We got like a billion followers and like 1,000 leaders. That's why I'm not on Instagram or Facebook, because I know I'm not gonna follow nobody, and I know I don't want nobody following me. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. That's why I'm not on social media, because I don't want no one following me, and I know I ain't following nobody else. Because that's what it's about. Oh, this person got X amount of followers. I feel left out. So what they do, they follow. That's why Everything is the way it is because everybody's following something or someone else. They can't even look in the mirror and be proud of themselves or what they see. They can't even look in the mirror and say, I love what I see. So what they're going to do, they're going to follow. Everybody else doing it. They don't want to feel left out. I love being left out. So I don't have to be included in headaches. I don't have to be included in foolishness. I don't have to be included in drama. I don't have to be included in selfishness. But I'm going to include myself in loving me, respecting me, honoring me. And if that entails in not getting love and respect from family or friends or coworkers, even on YouTube, I'm not mad at that. That's not going to change what I'm doing. I'm going to do it and who I am. But for some people, their life going to stop. That's why I thank God. I thank the Most High. I thank the Lord that I coexisted before this internet thing. I know what it's like to have to pick up a phone and call somebody, not a cell phone, a house phone, a home phone. I know what that's like. They have to go to school and do that book report. I couldn't say, Google, what does this mean? Google, how do you spell this? I'm thankful for that. It helped me with morals and values. Because a lot of people don't know what morals are. They think they know what values are because what they spend their money on and what they spending their time on. But what they spend their time and their money on is invaluable. It don't hold no validity. It don't hold no weight. Oh, well, if I buy these shoes, these sneakers, these jeans, this jewelry, this nice car, you buying all that to really cover up how you really feel inside. How you really feel inside, you trying to cover up, trying to mask that away with materialism and materialistic things. That's what that's about. So if I buy this, I could cover up for how I really feel because this gonna fill that void for me not being able to get along with my wife or my husband or my man or my kid's father or my kid's mother or my sister or my brother or my aunt or my uncle or my grandparents or my parents, or I'm struggling with addiction. So if I buy these things, it's gonna cover up for that. That's what that's gonna do. And when I do what I do on the internet, I'm just masking that so people don't really get to know who I really am and how I really am. But if I could go to the internet and put it on the facade, people gonna like my pictures. People gonna like my videos. People gonna believe this character is really me. That's why I'm thankful. When I do what I do, it's unpredictable. Nobody could predict when I'm gonna drop a video, when I'm gonna go live. And I've been doing this for years and I still ain't monetized and I don't care because it's not about the money. It's not about the attention. It's about me being able to be free, do what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And I thank God for that. So when I do finally get monetized or when I do get X amount of people watching and paying attention, I'll have something really to talk about. I have some education really to put out there, some information really to put out there. And that'll help people out. It'll help them think better. It'll help them see better. I can help them out mentally, spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, verbally, so they can understand how to communicate, who to communicate with. Because people are slacking and lacking with a lot of things. But when nobody's telling them, they believe it's all right. And when you do tell some people, what it turns out to be an argument, a headache, a problem. Now they want to argue with you. They want to argue with you when you're telling them the right thing to do. But now, if you can't tell them the right thing to do and they're not telling themselves, everybody gonna have to suffer for their dysfunction. That's how that's gonna be. So everybody gonna have to go through whatever because somebody else don't want to listen or don't like to pay attention. And they living dysfunctional. So now that energy got to be passed over to a neighbor, to a friend, to a family member, to a co-worker, or just in society on the whole. And when you call it out, you wrong. When you say something about it, you wrong. You a hater. You judging people. That's how that go. Oh, they don't even know me. They hating on me. A lot of people hating on themselves. How they hating on themselves? Because they doing themselves a disservice and an injustice by not being honest with themselves. That's how. That's how that's supposed to be. Love yourself all the time, not because you feel good about the jeans that's on your behind, or the sneakers that's on your feet, or a man told you you look good, or a woman said she liked your car, or a co-worker gave you props about something, or a family member bigged you up. But people say they're not looking for credibility, or credibility don't matter. It do matter, but it only matter for what certain people want it to matter for. It only matter when it comes to jewelry or car or clothes. But it don't matter when somebody say that person did something to me and it's not true. That's credibility too, though. That's lies. That's propaganda. People say propaganda and drama sell. I disagree with that. It's detrimental. It could get someone hurt, unalive, a bunch of jail time, a lawsuit. It could cause mental discomfort, mental anguish, anxiety, because you got to worry every day or every hour or every minute or every week about what somebody's going to assume because somebody else put allegations on your name. But credibility don't matter though. Someone lying on somebody don't matter though. Nah, that don't mean nothing. It means nothing. I'm just on here, as they say, ranting. And that's another thing. When you speak up, oh, they ranting. When you stay quiet, oh, they don't want no smoke. See, confusion. So when you speak up, you're ranting, and when you quiet, you don't want smoke. And then when you speak facts, oh, that's your opinion. Even when you prove it's the truth, that's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's a fact. But facts and opinion is not the same thing. And a lot of people don't got facts. Why? Because people, not all people, majority of people are lazy. They don't want to do the homework. But if you keep putting information out there long enough, you keep putting lies out there, people will start to believe it. You could tell somebody something and then show them. You could say, yo, soda is no good and show them the ingredients to it. They still a debate that. That's your opinion. It's like, yo, I just showed you the ingredients. I showed you this ain't no good for us. Not just you, me either. That's your opinion. Tell somebody, yo, too much soda ain't no good. That's your opinion. So what's true? So what's true? We all be saying, oh, the media be lying, the news be lying, the government be lying. Okay. So why, when we tell each other things and we could prove some of the things that we saying, it's a lie? Or when it's found out to be true, now that person becomes public enemy number one. People get mad at you because you got information that they don't. That's why they really mad, because you got the information they don't. I don't want to be first to say anything. I just want to put the information out there. I don't care if it changed one person's life. I'm thankful for that. I'm blessed for that. Long as I've been on YouTube, anybody that know what I do, know when I go to other people's platform, I say God bless, or I say stay safe, stay, peace and power. I don't never intrude. I'm not in anyone's business. I'm not speculating. I don't assume nothing. And I fell back because I get it. Because I know how this works. You be humble, people take that like you weak. Then when you do what you do and go in, oh, people gonna assume things about you. And it's easy to speculate. It's easy to do that. That's the easy thing to do. It's easy to assume. Majority of people don't want to see a change. They don't want to see unity, unification, people being uplifted. I ain't say, oh, I said majority. 75 to 80% of people don't want to see that. And for the people that do, they get ridiculed for that. When you ignore people, when you walk away from problems, what people say, oh, you scared. Or you don't want no problems, you don't want smoke. Why should I? I'm looking to be humble, grateful, and thankful, and stay blessed, and stay highly favored. Anything else makes me an idiot, makes me a fool. Kids can't go to school, they getting bullied. They got to worry about somebody coming up to the school causing harm, and they just trying to get an education. So I truly believe it should be uniforms. So nobody got to worry about somebody trying to take their clothes or their sneakers or their coat. And the phone should be used after school hours or on emergency purposes only. So nobody else could see another student's device. Like, oh, they got an iPhone, and now they want to try to take that iPhone. Or they got this kind of laptop, try to take the laptop. So for the hardworking people out there that work hard to give their kids a better life, or for the men that's working to give their woman a better life, or for the woman that's working to give their man a better life, or their kids a better life, you got to worry about somebody out there trying to stop and stunt someone's growth because they frustrated. That's selfish. That's a problem. You do the right thing. It shouldn't be about being patted on the back or rewarded. It should be acknowledged to the point where people are going to understand you're going to do that. You're going to do the right thing. The right thing ain't spreading people business. The right thing ain't gossiping. The right thing ain't spreading rumors. It's a thin line between intelligent and ignorant. It's a thin line between good and great. Like I said, we got 1 billion followers and 1,000 leaders. It's easy to go, well, okay, I might as well follow them on Instagram because they already got 100,000 subs. So be a leader. That's why I don't have Instagram. So I don't have to worry about following. So nobody can never tell me, I see what you put. You throwing subliminal shots. You was talking about me. Nah, I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook. I'm only on YouTube. That's it. Because when you on those websites, first things first, people always say, I know the police or the feds is watching, but people still incriminating themselves on the websites, saying things they shouldn't say, doing things they shouldn't do, talking about other people, posting things, tagging people in pictures and videos and all that. But people quick to say the police watching or the feds is watching or whoever watching. So why would they do something incriminating on the internet then, if they truly believe that, or they that ignorant? Saying, I would love to know that. So if I'm saying at least I'm not on Instagram, at least I'm not on Facebook or Meta or Twitter, only on YouTube. So even if they watching my YouTube, I ain't saying and doing nothing I shouldn't be doing. But again, like I said, people will say one thing and do another. It's easy for people to contradict themselves and be hypocritical. When you start talking about facts and things that matter, I'm out. I ain't trying to hear all that. Talk about a celebrity, talk about somebody popular, you'll get somewhere. Because people like to hear other people's problems or other people's business. But I notice a lot of people will say, when it's them, my people always in my business. People need to mind their business. Contradictions is serious in this day and age. It's easy for somebody to contradict themselves nowadays. See, I really do mind my business because my mind is my business. But I understand that lies and credibility is becoming a serious thing and very detrimental. And when you doing what you gotta do, oh, the hate gonna come. And I'm also learning and understanding this. Can't hate on nothing. So if someone believes someone else is doing nothing, why would they hate on that? Or why would they hate them for that? Now, if I'm not doing nothing, why would somebody hate on me or want to stop me or want to worry about what I'm doing? I'm not doing anything, right? So why would people hate or want to hate if I'm not doing nothing? But you got to be doing something for somebody to hate. Can't hate nothing. It's impossible to do that. You give people enough time, they'll show you who they really are. Just give them time. Don't rush it. Just be patient. Have some tolerance. Bear with it. They'll show you who they really are. They'll show you what they're about. Just sit back, pay attention, observe. They'll show you how they really get down, what they're really about. And when you look up, you'll be like, damn, okay. Because they could tell you till they blow in the face. Oh, nah, we cool. Or nah, I love you. Or whatever they going to fabricate and exaggerate. Because that's what people like to do, fabricate and exaggerate. Exaggerate stories and fabricate stories so they can keep having a conversation with you. I don't have no issues with anybody. I just have issues with situations and circumstances. Because until you in that situation or that circumstance, you ain't gonna understand what it is. I made a video, If I Was You Syndrome. Somebody always could tell you what they would do if they was you. Man, if I was you, I would do that. Man, if that was my man, I would do this. If that was my woman, I would do this. If that was my car, I would do this. If that was my house, I would do this. If I had this amount of money, I would do this. You would? Okay. You ain't me and I ain't you. Do what's suitable for you. Credibility is everything. You're always saying how, oh, this person got this amount of money, they should do this. Okay, what should you do? I know what I would do, and I'm doing that. Staying low, staying calm, minding my business. It's easy to do that. People make it extremely hard by going the other way, making things that should be hard, making those things easy, like worrying about other people and hating. That's supposed to be hard because you should be saying to yourself, man, it's too hard for me to be putting all that energy into worrying about Jane Doe or John Doe, how they spending their money, how they living their life, where they going on vacation, and how many men they got, how many women they got, how many cars they got, how much money they got, how many views they getting, how many subscribers they got, how many likes they got, how they man look, how they woman look, how they dress, where they be at. Why is that relevant to other people? I'm doing what I'm doing. Whoever view it, thank you. Whoever don't, God bless them. But that's not gonna say, okay, you know what? For me to get more viewers or more, I'm gonna do this. Nope, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna be like, well, you know what? For me to get views, somebody said I need to do this, and I thank the people who have given me advice and or suggestions, but I'm not gonna do it because what worked for them may not work for me. And if it do work for me, I'm still not gonna do it because I didn't come up with that on my own. I'm gonna make my own way. I'm gonna make my own lane, and God gonna put me in my own lane, and I'm gonna be thankful for every step, and I'm gonna appreciate the blessing. But what I'm not gonna do is worry about how someone else sees what I do or how I'm doing it. So don't matter. I ain't sweating that. I get it. Do I care? No. So this whole credibility thing and the lies and the propaganda and the speculation and the rumors and the gossiping, like, come on, it's 2025. We still doing that? We still doing it? A lot of people on YouTube have agreed to certain guidelines and stipulations. And this is how people lose their platform or people channel get struck because you can't do what you want to do and it involves a large amount of people. Can't do that. You got to follow rules and regulations. Until you could create your own lane, you got to follow rules and regulations. And even when you could control or create your own lane, it's still rules and regulations. You just can't do what you want. That's just the world. But some people say, I could do what I want to do. That's an illusion. You can't do what you want to do. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. But some people think, okay, well, I know what I'm doing. I used to always say that I know what I'm doing. Now you got to do what you know. Can't know what you're doing no more. You got to do what you know. I do what I know. If I don't know something, I ain't going to do it. I'm going to say that again. You got to do what you know. You can't always know what you're doing. Because if you don't know something, how you going to do it? A lot of people say, I know what I'm doing, know what I'm doing, when they really don't. Some people say, I know how to drive till they get into an accident. Say, well, it wasn't me. That person ran the stop sign. It wasn't me. They wasn't looking it. no accountability. So I understand. I get it. Credibility and accountability, all-time low. And it's embarrassing. Because when it's time to hold somebody accountable, that's when the problems start. That's when you're going to get into a huge problem. A sparring match, a yelling match, a threatening match. I'm going to pull up. I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to harm you. That's what it's about. Proving how can you hurt somebody mentally, physically, spiritually, psychologically. Not helping, not healing, hurting. I refuse to have an issue like that in real life or on the internet. It ain't beneficial to nobody. They gonna lose, I'm gonna lose. My family gonna lose, their family gonna lose. It don't matter if I don't even have a relationship with not one family member. Still, I know my family don't want to see me hurt, harm, or not here no more. Even if I don't speak to near one of them. Same thing for somebody else. Even if they don't speak to their family. Even if they don't get along with their family. That don't matter. So it's real like that. I get it. I understand. So I don't have time to worry about it because I know how majority of people think. And when you call it out, when it's time for the, again, the accountability and the credibility problems, I'm gonna pull up. It's easy to harm and hurt, but it's hard to love, support, and respect, and have dignity and honor and walk away. Easy to do that. That's how it go. Easy to do that. Be honest with people, they ain't good enough. Lie to them, they accept it. People don't like being told the truth no more. People don't like facts no more. They like propaganda, rumor, and speculation. Speculation, lies, rumors, allegation, they love it. That feed their ego, that feed their pride. East, you can say East Dad. What's good, friend? How you, family? Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you. I hope everything is all right with you. God bless you and your family and your loved ones again. Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate it. What's good is, you can hear me. Or you saying it? All right, well, you can hear me. I'm just going in about credibility, lies, rumors, propaganda, and the right thing. Because, we at an all-time low with that. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to do the right thing, there's always an issue. It's easy to hate. It's easy to talk about people. It's easy to tell somebody we're gonna pull up. It's easy to tell somebody we're gonna harm them and hurt them. But when it's time to support, when it's time to educate, when it's time to teach and heal, problems start. Problems start. You know, we say as a culture we got to do better. However, we still allowing our own people to hurt one another. We're still allowing that to happen. You said, yeah, I'm on this type of time. I had issues with someone like that. Yeah, yeah, you see, again, thanks for tapping in. However, though, you're gonna have issues because accountability is low. You know what I mean? And when it's time for someone to take accountability, you're gonna have issues. Credibility is all we all got. That's all we got. So if somebody could speculate and say and put some allegations out about somebody else and they see ain't no repercussions for that, they're gonna feel comfortable with putting that out there like that. So when somebody could put allegations out there and they could say, yo, you know what? But if we find out you're not being honest and you lying, we're gonna hold you accountable for the lies that you spread on that person. That would stop that. That would stop somebody else from putting allegations on somebody's name. Yeah, and again, that's the believe all women thing got to come to a halt. I have a mother, I have a sister, I have daughters. I love my daughters and my mother and my sister. However, I'm not condoning them putting allegations on somebody though, period. Because now that's somebody else's credibility now. And they could lose a job, or they could lose endorsements, or they could lose things based off that. But when we say, you know what, just believe all women, no, no, I'm not going to just do that. Because now, if it's like that, then when it's somebody that somebody else know and love, now it's an issue. And that, I'm not with that. I'm not going to wait for it to be somebody else that somebody else know and love. I don't want it to be my family to understand what it's like. I understand what it's like now. And it ain't got to be my family. It ain't got to be my friend. It ain't got to be my coworker. It shouldn't happen. They should be held accountable. It's like, okay, look, that person is guilty of what you're saying. We're gonna we're gonna hold them to the highest penalty there is. But if you lying, we're gonna hold you accountable for that. And we're not going to give you a pass for saying I was emotional or I was hurt or I was mad or I disliked the way they talked to me or I disliked the way they treated me. We all go through things in life, but that don't mean to make up an allegation or a rumor or a lie or speculate. But at the end of the day, what it all boils down to is when someone is in favor of something or someone, they don't care who it hurts or who it penalizes. I do. I have a lot of people that ask me to do things on my platform that I deal with when I'm not on the internet, but I tell them I'm unable to do that because it may jeopardize someone else. So they say, yo, you know, you could talk about relationships. I say it's kind of rough because I don't want somebody else to think I'm talking about them or their relationship. I'm gonna just speak about overall relationships, not just men and women, or not just women and men. I'm gonna talk about relationships with family. I'm gonna talk about relationships with career. I'm gonna talk about relationships with money, with clothes, with sports. So it doesn't seem as if I'm nitpicking, I'm pointing a finger, or I'm literally and logically speaking about someone else's situation because people are so sensitive when it comes to that. But people are not sensitive about listening to someone else's downfall or someone else's problems. And that for me is the issue because when someone has popularity or money, I asked this on one of my videos, are they entitled to privacy? So because a basketball player makes $10 million a year. That basketball player is not due privacy. Somebody's able to entreat in their private life and say, this basketball player got 6 women and 8 kids. That's that person's business. I'm watching the NBA to watch the game. I'm not worrying about what they're doing outside of the NBA. I'm listening to music to enjoy a song. I'm not worrying about what they're doing outside of recording. I'm going to see a show. I'm not worrying about what they're doing when they're not on stage. That's not my business. I'm not worried about that. But see, the issue with that is that people love, not everybody, but majority of people love to hear or see someone else's downfall. Or people like to be in other people's situations and business. But people are notorious for saying, why people in my business? People need to mind their business, and they'll tell that to their man, to their woman, to their kids, to their family. So think about that when it comes to someone else's situation. Or certain people would say this when they talk about people, and now they being talked about, people always talking about me, they don't really know my business. Well, how you think that other person felt when you talked about them? That's why I talk to people and not about them. I'm going to address them, and I'm going to address them respectfully, not just saying respectfully because people say it. I'm going to address them calm, mild-mannered, and I'm going to look them eye to eye when I talk to them. So I don't care how they address me. I can't sweat that. If they don't think or they don't believe or they don't feel as if they need to address me how I'm addressing them, no problem. I know what I'm going to do. I listen to God. I answer up, not down, not side to side, not left to right, and not down. I answer up. That's what I do. You know what I mean? So I can't worry about what people gonna say. People gonna talk regardless. The issue is though, do they know what they're talking about? Like I said earlier, it's a difference between saying, oh, I know what to do. Nah, I do what I know. So if I don't know something, I ain't gonna do it. If I don't know how to talk to somebody, I ain't gonna say nothing. So for me to be worrying about what somebody else doing with their girl or their baby moms, I'm out of pocket. I'm wrong. For me to be worrying about what somebody going through with their money, I don't care how they get their money. So if somebody has millions of dollars, are they entitled to privacy? And somebody broke is entitled to privacy, but that millionaire ain't entitled to privacy. To me, they work harder to earn the right to have privacy because they got money. They worked hard to get the money. So to me, they earned the right for people to mind their business because they put themselves in a position to get something that's a rarity. To get a lot of money, that's a rarity. It's only 5 to 10% of the world that really got money like that, that's sitting on generational wealth. Why would I want to be in their business? And if I'm going to be in their business, I'm going to try to pluck their brain to figure out how I could level up. But I'm not going to want to be in their business to gossip and rumor. I ain't going to want to do that because I know when it's me, I'm going to go all out to stop that person from gossiping and spreading rumors about me. I know I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to lie to myself. I know I'm going to go all out to do that because I don't want nobody speculating about my moms, my pops, my girl or my wifey or my kids or my family. Even if I don't deal with my family, I don't want nobody talking about that because they don't know why me and my family may not be talking. It could be something detrimental that society or the world shouldn't know. So why would I want that to get out? Because that person now don't have nothing else better to do. And it's like, okay, well, everybody else been doing it, so I feel left out. It's detrimental to do that. I see you, realist. My brother, I appreciate you concurring. I'm just saying, like, when is it gonna come to an end? We in 2025. Like, it's too much going on to be caught up in what someone else is saying and doing. You got to do you. And I'm not saying you per se. I'm saying in life, people got to do them. People got to do them. I love myself without being conceited. I'm caught up in how I could better my situation without bringing nobody down. That's another thing. People want to better their situations, but they like to bring others down. I don't want to climb on nobody's shoulders to get higher. I don't want to, okay, well, for me to get up here, I know I got to bring them down. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm good. Now I got to climb on somebody else to make it somewhere. I'm good. Like, I ain't going out like that. Like, I love myself way more than that. Way more than that. I ain't gonna do that to myself. Like, I love myself. So why am I gonna use somebody else's shoulders to climb up? And we don't stick together. We always blaming other coaches because we don't stick together. I don't blame other coaches because we don't stick together. I blame us because we don't stick together. It ain't other coaches bad that I don't get along with family or friends or co-workers or whatever. That's on me. Accountability starts with you looking in the mirror every day. However, people don't like accountability. When you got to be held accountable, you know now it's a thin line you got to walk. And a lot of people like, man, I don't want to go through all that. I don't want to go through all that. I want to go through all that because if I could hold myself accountable, I ain't got to worry about nobody else doing it. The police, the court system, family, friends. I do it for myself. So if I could police myself, I ain't got to worry about somebody else doing it. Then when they do it, oh, it's a problem. But we don't want to hold ourselves accountable. But when somebody else do it, it's an issue. We don't want to hold ourselves accountable with various different things in our lives. It ain't just with the police or with courts, with the way we talk to one another, the way we deal with one another, our diets, our spending habits, our eating habits, our sleeping habits, the way we interact with each other. The way we hate on the next person move and rhythms. It's people that I've encountered that have said, I don't like him, I don't like her. And I'm like, but you don't even know them. Nah, I don't like the way they walk. I don't like the way they look. It's like, how selfish and idiotic is that? Wow, so you don't even know somebody, but you don't like the way they walk. You don't like the way they look. You don't like the way they talk. You don't like the way they dress. Or because they going about their business in their way every day. So now you emotional. So it's like, yo, I'm just saying, they've been living here. They don't say nothing to me. They come and they go. It's like they think they better. They minding their business. Maybe if you do that or you let that apply to your life, maybe it'll make you a better person. And when you speak up or you speak out, you ranting or you upset or what happened. It's just you can't come and speak facts. You can't talk about real situations that happens. Can't do that. No, you got to be upset. No, you got to be mad. You got to be talking about somebody, talking about life. Lies and credibility is hurting us because we don't want to uphold the truth no more. We don't want to abide by facts no more. We want to abide by lies, propaganda, speculation, and rumors. And when it's time to hold someone accountable, we having problems. And when that don't work, we find other things to do. Like we find ways to say, okay, well, this person making money, they worship the devil, or they sold their soul. So at the end of the day, when are we gonna realize all this we saying and doing is detrimental to us, our families, our loved ones, and ourselves? Even if I don't care about my family, I ain't got no loved ones, yourself. We all in a blessed situation for those who are content creators and those who got YouTube channels that they got an outlet to make some money. They got an outlet to be on YouTube and they could do whatever they doing. That's a blessing. I existed before the internet. So I'm just paying attention. It's like, you know what? People got an outlet to be on YouTube and make some money. Why are they caught up? They should just be focused on getting their situation together. Because I've seen the people who had their situation together and actually turned YouTube into a real profitable business for them and their family to eat and make money and have a lane. And I also seen people on YouTube and they cause nothing but havoc and problems for themselves and for others. And they made them stiffen and stricken rules. So now people that's just trying to do them and make a little bit of money, they made the rules more tough. And then when things get rough and tough, what we do, we blame other cultures. No, I'm saying it's the police why I can't do this. It's the white man. It's the Jewish man. It's the China man. It's the Arab man. But every time I look up, people that look like me trying to bring me down. People that look like me upset with not, if it ain't me, it's somebody else that look like me. I'm peeping game like, hold on. They mad at such and such for what? That ain't about nothing. Because I say I like Michael Jordan, I'm hating on LeBron, and that person said they like LeBron, they know Michael Jordan. It's like, that's foolishness. Or I think this person could do this better than that person. I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm a hater. I look at it like this. I want to see everybody great. I want to see everybody at their full potential and their full peak. I don't care what they're doing. They could just be going to work every day, punching the clock, looking to feed themselves or their family. I want them to be as great as they could be. So if me and somebody else work at Walmart and they stocking the shelf and I'm stocking the shelf, somebody gonna say, well, he stocked the shelves better. I can't be mad at that. Okay, he stocked the shelves better. I'm still doing my job though. Now I understand if I ain't even doing my job, get at me. Exactly. Exactly. Is that they hate because you got to understand it's easy to put the onus on someone else. It's easy to do that. And when there's no repercussion for that, you feel good you could do that. It's easy to do that. I'm not gonna be key every time something go wrong. Yo, I'm saying, no, police is crooked. This is why this, and white people this, and Jewish people this, and Korean people this. It's like, but when I look up, Korean people ain't stopping me from doing nothing. My people is. I gotta worry about my own people when I'm going certain places and doing certain things. Like, hold on, I can't wear this here. I got on a certain watch. Hold on, I can't wear this. Somebody probably gonna try to get me for this. I'm going somewhere with my wifey or my kids, I can't do this here. They might try to get me. I gotta really think about that. I gotta think twice. Like, hold on, damn, they might get me. I'm not saying other cultures are capable of it, but the chances of it happening is less than 50%. And I could live with those numbers. But with my own people, the chances of it happening is at least 75%. That's too high. So I'd rather take the less than 50% chances of somebody that don't look like me stopping me from doing something or trying to take something from me. Like, come on, like it's like it gotta stop, man. Yeah, of course they building prisons. They're building prisons is because again, nobody pays attention. Only thing we see is when cops that don't look like us do something to us or say something to us, or people that don't look like us. Now we see it. But when it's us on us, oh no, I'm saying we need to stop. No, you know how we stop it? Accountability. Look, I love you. You my cousin. You my brother. You my sister. You my daughter. You my son. You such and such. But look, if you living like this, you can't come back around me no more. I'm not mad at you. I just don't want to be caught up in that. I don't want to be at risk. That's it. And you'll really see how that person sees you now. And that could be your brother. It could be your mother. It could be your father. It could be your sister. It could be your kid. But now, when you say that, oh, you're a hater. Oh, you never really loved me. How I never really loved you. I don't want to be jeopardized no more. So what they gonna do when the government say, okay, fine, your son or your daughter or your cousin or your niece or your nephew or your man or your woman or your a family member committed a crime, and they say if you get any help from the government, say if you're getting three forms of help, say if you're getting Medicaid, housing, and EBT, they say, okay, we're gonna start taking things away slowly but surely. Because if we find out Jane Doe or John Doe came back in here or came back around you, we're going to strip this EBT first. So now you got to figure out a way to eat. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to strip this Medicaid or we're going to strip these medical benefits. The third and last thing, we're going to take this housing or these vouchers or this Section 8 away. I truly, truly believe people will stop letting people come back around them, and they're going to find out how the person that's doing whatever they're doing, he or she, they're going to really see how they feel about them now. But a lot of people do things out of fear. Like, yo, even though that's my brother, I'm scared what he may do if I tell him he can't come stay here no more. That's my sister. I'm scared what she may do if I tell her she can't be here no more. That's my baby father. I'm scared of what he may do to me if I tell him I don't want him to come here. That's my baby moms. I'm scared of what she gonna do if I tell her this. But when it comes to us on us, we got a bunch of heart to bring us down and to hurt one another, or to talk about somebody's mother, or to talk about somebody's father, or to call somebody broke, or to tell somebody we're going to run down on them, we're going to pop their head off. When we catch them outside, what we going to do? But when it's time to do the right thing, read some books, do some things with knowledge. Now we bored. We want to be entertained all day. And there's nothing wrong with entertainment. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's up with the education? What's up with that? What you said, each dad, let me see. I was watching a crowd show similar to the first 48. And then the other people were getting manslaughter charges, and the other people like us was getting first degree murder for the exact same thing. Yeah, you know why too though? You know why it's like that? Is that hold on? Let me see what Realist said. Hold on. Ain't that a true? Yeah, see, you know why it's like that too though? Because they people support them. And not only that, not only do they people support them, the people that do support them are educated. The people that support them are malmannered. And they willing to sacrifice. What they willing to sacrifice? They willing to go to the meetings. They willing to be involved with the community literally and actively. They don't have reverence that's saying they reverence, but just taken from the community, and that's that. They don't have pastors saying they pastors, just taken from the community, and that's that. They don't have uh, uh, rappers talking about murder, death, killing every song. Hip hop ain't rap. That's another thing. That's why we behind too. Rap ruined all people. Hip hop was uplifting. I got a video I'm gonna drop about that. Help intelligent people. That's hip. Hop, help others prosper. I'm gonna say that again. Hip, help intelligent people. Hop, help others prosper. That's hip hop. Rap ruin all people. See, that's what I mean. When I have told people that, instead of them like, yo, you got a point, people arguing with me. Yo, you a hater. I'm not a hater. I make music, but I understand that it's a thin line with that. Don't be surprised. It is what it is. No, I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, but we know that already, realist. We just gotta get the shock value. Yeah, we gotta get the shock value out of it. I'm saying, I get it. I understand what it. No, excuse me. I overstand what it is, gentlemen. I overstand on that. It's just at the end of the day, I see it every day. Every time I click on the news or I click on the internet, somebody got shot, somebody got stabbed. And this is another thing. All this mental health, mental health, mental health, mental health. When you got mental health, you ain't gonna be doing crimes running away. You ain't gonna be running away from the scene of the crime because you mentally out of your mind. And if mental health is on that level, how is dude still on child support? Because that could cause mental anxiety, mental stress too, knowing you got to go to work just for your money to be stripped away. You got to go to work just for them to take your passport. You got to go to work knowing possibly if you lose this job, you could go to jail. So again, the way that we operating is dysfunctional. And when it get called out, oh, you you a hater, or you speaking down on your own people. Nah, it's time for us to lift each other up. We try to generally right by folk, and they steady picking out the negatives to make excuses for why it can't be possible. Somebody might want to see them succeed. Yeah, you know why they doing that, realist? Is because they not around the right energy though. See, me, I always do that. I always look at the positive, productive things in people, even when they don't see it in themselves. You know how come? Because when you learn how to do that, it keeps the energy levels high. It keeps them motivated on keep going. And it's time to have those warranted conversations. See, again, I'm on YouTube, like you on YouTube. You know why Ben Shapiro and Joe Rogan won't have no problems? Because they get it. They know they could coexist in the same space. See, when 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 you believe that you inferior to somebody, that's because you ain't on top of your grind. I'm on top of my grind. So it don't matter what anybody tells me. I'm the only one that can stop me. See, people allow other people to stop them based off what they say, what they think, what they believe. I've been through thousands of things in my life. So it don't even matter what somebody attempts to tell me or try to tell me or look to tell me. It don't matter. If somebody tell me I'm doing my thing, I appreciate it. If somebody don't acknowledge it, God bless them. So I'm going to jam you up. I'm going to make you hate me or hate on me. And when that happens, I just know you the type of person I won't be dealing with no more. That's it, and I'm going to keep it moving. But I'm not going to tarnish them, their reputation, or their name. I'm not going to do that because I understand what it's like because it has happened to me several different times. So I'm not going to do that to them. Because I get it. It's like, you know what? Damn, I'm that weak. I let what they say and do get to me like that. So this notion of when somebody says something you don't like or do something you don't like, we always got to fight, shoot, stab, or want to unalive somebody. Outgrow that and keep it trucking. Like, you know what? I'm glad that I went through this. I could really see where that person stand now. Like I told this to one of my family members, they went through something with another family member about money. I was like, I understand you do need that money, but you should be happy you went through that so now you can see where they stand and you won't put yourself in that situation no more. And they was like, you know what? I ain't even look at it like that. I said, yeah, because you was so clouded by emotionalism. Don't do that. Just you know what it is. Don't even worry. And when you ask what happened, you put the onus on the person to be responsible. Somebody say, yo, why you don't speak to cousin so-and-so, aunt so-and-so, uncle so-and-so? You say, you know what? It's not that I'm not speaking to them. Ask them. So now put the onus on them to see if they're going to be responsible, hold themselves accountable. But if you put the word out there, oh, that's what I'm saying, they lying because nobody wants to be held accountable. So I'm learning every time. Once I matured and grew up, and I start to interact with certain family members or certain friends, and things happen, and people ask me what happened, I said, this is my role in the situation. You got my side, they side, and the truth, but this is my role in it. And they like, wow, I didn't even think you would tell me all that. Yeah, because I have nothing to hide. If people truly believe only God could judge them, why they worrying about whatever people think? I know only God could judge me, so I'm not worrying about it. And I'm not gonna do nothing that I have to worry about. Like when you're doing something and you know you gotta worry about what you're doing, that's why people on defense mode all the time. So it's like, as a man, if I know I'm not looking at nobody else woman, or I'm not looking at the next man wife or baby moms or girl, I have to worry about another dude approaching me on that because I know I'm not on that type of frequency. So why I gotta worry about dude like, yo, son, what you said to my girl? Nothing at all, my brother. Because I'm not looking at nobody else woman. So why am I worrying about that? I experienced a lot of negativity walking around, but I admit I grew up with my mom and dad that encouraged me always walk. Yeah, yeah, you walk with your head up to prove you're not fed up. You know what I'm saying? Like you walk with your head up to prove you're not fed up. See, that's another thing is that a lot of people don't have self-confidence. They looking for validation and confidence from things and people, things, materialistic things, clothes, jewelry, sneakers, shoes. You know what I mean? And they looking for it from people, other dudes, females, co-workers, family. I used to be like that. I got to a low in my life where I ain't have nobody. I was digging in the garbage, going gate to gate, doing bottles and cans. That changed my life because I was able now to get one with me and people that knew me, that knew when I was out there running the streets hustling, and they knew I was working. But it's like, damn, he ain't hustling, he ain't working. Like, damn. They even was calling me a dope fiend or a crackhead, and I wasn't on no drugs. But I just got tired of being around people that didn't appreciate me and my energy. So it's like, you know what? I'll go dig in this garbage and get these bottles and cans and get my weight up like this. And I was able to find myself mentally, spiritually, and psychologically. I found myself. I thank God every day when I was doing that because I didn't have to worry about nobody saying they'll feed me and then they fed me and probably talk behind my back. Yeah, he came to my house today. He was hungry. I fed him. It's like I'd rather go to the church or to the soup kitchen or to the pantry and get me something to eat. I ain't got to worry about it no more. I fed myself. God provided a way for me to eat. And like I said, this is my own family. And I'm not mad at my family. I'm not mad at some of my friends and or coworkers. I'm just thankful that I found myself. They didn't do nothing wrong. I blame me for that because I was so brainwashed for so long. That's what I mean by I'm glad that I embrace things. I understand. I've been brainwashed for so long. And you're right, he's there. We always there at one point. The difference is when a lot of people get there, they shame themselves. No, you uplift yourself and say, yo, I'm glad I made it through this point. You be thankful. People say they don't worry about other people. I beg to differ. When you're not worrying about other people, nothing nobody could tell you. It could be your kid and say, Dad, you ain't never been there for me. When you explain your plight and your situation and your kid don't accept that or understand that, it ain't no problem. Because the world don't owe nobody understanding anyway. Nobody. Nobody. So it doesn't matter. Somebody gonna always look to blame somebody for something. We all know ain't nobody perfect, but yet and still we trying to push perfection off on other people. I know nobody's perfect. So when something ain't right, I just tell people, yo, mistakes happen, man. The thing is though, are we gonna move forward or are we gonna be stuck on what ain't right? I'm stuck on what's right. What's wrong? We could better that. But if we ain't gonna better it, I don't want to stick on it because all it's gonna do is bring up unnecessary energy, tension, and friction between me and you, between you and me, or me, you and other people, or you and other people, or me and other people. And I ain't on that. You said I was a knucklehead teenager going to the mall trying to get Jordans, but I had a revelation. Yeah, like see, again, it's nothing wrong with doing that. It's nothing wrong with that. But see, we have to understand it's for someone else. See, I do things for me. People give me compliments because I had to change my wardrobe. I be wearing suits and slacks and all that now. People, yo, I like your suit, thank you. But I understand I got to conduct myself like an adult at all times. So when someone that's rolling up on me and they not treating me as an adult, I'm just gonna keep it moving. However, if someone want to harm me or hurt me, I could defend myself. But I don't have to defend myself because I'm emotional. I could defend myself. Once I tell them, you have a blessed day, God bless you, and I walk off and they follow me or walk up on me, now God knows. Forget the courts, the judges, lawyers, police, my moms, my pops, my kids, anybody. God know I could defend myself. God know I could defend myself. But if I get into a sparring match with somebody, yo, what you looking at? What you say to me? I'm looking for the same amount of problems and energy that they bring in my way. But if I say, yo, salute, you have a good day, my brother, you have a good day, sis, and I keep it pushing, I'm avoiding a problem. How you doing, friend? How you been? God bless you and your son. You're not an adult. You cannot conduct. Exactly. Exactly. You have to have the mentality. Exactly. You might be 35, but you act 14. Right. And you know what that come from, is that come from music, movies, TV, nowadays the internet. People want to feel a part of something. I'm a part of myself. Once I disconnect from me, I'm an idiot. People disconnect from themselves for other things and other people. So once you disconnect from yourself, you done lost already. You lost already. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, some say it is the environment. I say it's one's mentality. That's what I say. It's one's mentality. Because like I said, I can't get upset if somebody dropping an N-bomb that don't look like me, but rappers drop the N-bomb every day, and majority people that look like me dancing and celebrating to it. So if that rapper says After all these ends right here, people dancing to it. Yeah, of course they're gonna let the kids stay in front of the TV for X amount of hours every day. And again, I'm not knocking away nobody parent or run a household or spend their money or spend their time. They could do however they choose to do. All I'm saying is that credibility and honor and dignity and integrity is not involved with that, because when you strip yourself of that, you can't be mad that somebody's not giving you what you're not giving yourself. I give myself respect. I honor myself. I take dignity in what I do. So when somebody else ain't doing it, it don't matter what they look like. It don't matter what their code is. I have a problem with it. See, the selective part is that when it's not the culture that look like us, we have an issue. But when it's our culture, the energy is off. We're not screaming at the top of our lungs when somebody that look like us, when we unalive each other, the energy is off. It's like, yo, we got to stop this. But when the police do it and they don't look like us, or somebody don't look like us, mistreat us in the store, or mistreat us after school, or mistreat us at work, now we got to protest. What do we want? When do we want it? I ain't having that. That's my issue with this whole situation about we gotta do better. So when we don't do better and it's us on us, the energy level is not the same. When it's other people on us, the energy level is at its highest decibel. Everybody got a megaphone now. Said, damn, I'm sure at this much type of time. Well, I appreciate you tapping in, bro. I really do. Like literally and logically, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate Village for tapping in too, and I appreciate my homegirl for tapping in, SeaWorld. I appreciate her. But yeah, I'm saying when I gotta get back to work. Yeah, no, outside, man, do what you gotta do, man. And you travel safe and thanks for tapping in. I appreciate your time, man. And you get home safe. So, like I said, when it's other people, other cultures, the energy level was off. Much respect, my brother, much respect. When it's other people, the energy level was off. Like it's always, oh, they do this, they do that, they doing this. When it's us on us, it's an excuse why that happened. Everybody's at each other all the time. We look like each other, but we always at each other for foolish reasons. The way they looked at me, stepped on my sneakers. They don't know me like that. They trying to play me. But then if somebody say, yo, you got all that energy, take it to the military. I ain't signing up for that, but you got energy to unalive somebody? You got energy to go hurt somebody and hurt somebody else's son or somebody else's daughter or somebody else's grandkid. You take that energy to the military, this country will be a much safer place for everybody to be living in it, because we know we got certified people over there that's going to put in that work. Because when you see the ops, quote unquote, or you see the people you got problems with, it's on site. So why it can't be on site with the other people that's literally trying to do harm? They literally trying to do harm. They ain't gonna be on site with them. So the energy level got to switch. The lies got to stop. The credibility got to come back. The facts got to come back. It's missing. It's gone. But again, when you bring facts to the table, people want to debate that. They want to argue with you. They want to get upset. They don't want to accept facts. They want to say, well, I'm entitled to my opinion. You are. But that ain't facts. My opinion ain't the facts. Facts is facts. Facts can't be denied. Facts is we all gonna die. We don't know when or how. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. We all gonna die. We just don't know when or how. That's a fact. That's not the same as an opinion. But everybody says I'm entitled to my opinion. You are. But do you have facts? Are you doing enough homework and research to bring facts back? Or are you just comfortable with saying what you're entitled to have? That's why we got a lot of issues. Because everybody entitled to their opinion. Oh, I could know that's my opinion. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with you having your opinion. Where's the facts though? Facts is that things are getting worse every day in all aspects of life, with the government, with society, with the schools, with jobs, with businesses, with clothes, with food, with the environment, with cars, with jewelry, with sports, with music, with movies, everything overall. It ain't getting better. We in 2025. It's not getting better. And when you speak about it, you bring it up, you ranting or you a hater. You try to talk to your family member or coworker or a friend. I don't want to hear all that. Mind your business. You trying to tell me, you preaching to me. I don't want to hear none of that. But talk about some negativity or gossip or rumors. All is. The things that I be seeing on YouTube, I be like, damn, this got 500,000 views. They talking about how much money this person got or how many women this person slept with or if this person is gay or whatever. Like this, people actually watch this. Wow. And I'm not mad. It's just mind-boggling to me that people actually consume their time on something that doesn't uplift their spirit, that doesn't uplift their energy, and that doesn't teach them or educate them anything. So how can I be upset when the people that do bring the education or do have the education, when they educate and they teach it, people don't want the lesson? But they'll say, you know what? Oh, they don't need to go to school. These coaches, they've been lying to us. They don't want to teach us about Black history. They don't. When it's taught, who's paying attention? When they teaching us about our own culture, or our own culture teaching us about our own culture, who's really paying attention? And when you do it, it's like it don't matter no more. When it was put in the music, it was respected, and then the music got what? The music got corrupted by corporations. People was like, you know what? You'll give me how much money to talk about hurting somebody that look like me, unaliving somebody that look like me, bringing my own community down? Yeah, I'll take that. TV shows, movies. We had quality TV shows, The Jeffersons, Good Times, The Cosby Show. Quality shows that was teaching you. You was being entertained because you was able to laugh, but you was still being educated. The man was able to be the man and the father. The woman was able to be a mother and the woman, or the wife and the mother and the woman. George was able to be George on the Jeffersons. Weezy was able to be Weezy. James was able to be James on Good Times. Florida was able to be Florida on Good Times. Felicia Rashad was able to be her. Dr. Huxtable was able to be him. It ain't like that no more. Because that was about accountability, credibility, and structure. People can lie all day. They don't want structure. And for the people that want structure, they're clowned, they're bullied, they're talked about. They made fun of. So when you bring in stability and structure, people gonna clown you. You can't be a father and sustain around your kids. The system gonna corrupt that and tell the kid, Mom, nah, we'll give you this, and that. Just get rid of him. Or if that don't work, family members, girl, don't let him do that. Same thing with dudes. Yo, nah, don't let your baby moms do that. Everybody's circumstance and situation is different. What may work for you might not work for them or him or her or for their situation. And there's nothing wrong with advice or suggestions. That don't mean it applies or it's going to work. But when you tell people certain things, it don't matter. You preaching. Nobody want to hear that. That's why I don't speak for others. I only speak for me. I tell people I'm good. Have a good day. I'm not going to tell somebody everybody don't want to hear what they got to say or everybody don't agree with how they feel or what they see. How I'm going to do that? People tend to do that. Well, nobody don't want to hear that. Nobody don't believe in that. Okay. You might not do that. That's you. You can speak up for yourself. Why are you going to speak for a group of people or a mass amount of people? So if it's 10 people and you want the other 9 people to agree with what you're saying, they might not agree with what I'm saying, but that don't mean they agree with what you're saying either. And nobody got to agree with nothing that I say. It doesn't, that's not going to change my message. If nobody agree with me, that's not going to change my message. But when you want to do the right thing and spread the right energy, it's not contagious no more. It used to be contagious. You spreading good energy, good vibes. It used to be contagious. Now the bad energy spreads around. The bad vibe spreads around. The hate spreads around. The animosity spreads around. That's contagious now. That's going here, there, everywhere. Like, come on, like it got to stop. It needs to stop. It ain't got to. It needs to stop. We done been through so many catastrophic things. We had the pandemic. We still wasn't sticking together. That was a sign right there. Pandemic, more people were separating. People was in marriages and situationships. I don't want to be with her no more. I don't want to be with him no more. People was abandoning their family, leaving their kids and all that. That was a catastrophic situation to prove that we ain't gonna stick together. Catastrophic. People couldn't stick together. Oh, I got tired of being in the same place with my woman. I got tired of being in the same place with my man. My kids got on my nerve. It's like unity, unification. Other cultures do it. They stick together. And even if they're not sticking together, because some people will say, hey, everybody don't stick together. Okay, even if they're not, we can't tell. We can't see they don't stick together. They ain't on the internet talking about it. They finding ways to make it work. That's how they got generational wealth to pass down to their grandkids, their great grandkids, because they sticking together. They telling them, even if you don't want to run this hardware store, you ain't got no choice. Even if you don't want to be a stockbroker, you ain't got no choice. Even if you don't want to own this basketball team, you ain't got no choice. You're gonna learn how to do this right here. Because if you don't want it, okay, you could give it to your kids. But we ain't gonna just give it up. We ain't gonna just lose it. So at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Sticking together. We had that whole pandemic and we just gave up on each other. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. We pass away. We ain't got life insurance, nothing in place for nothing. Everybody got to do whatever they got to do to help to bury a loved one. And that's becoming more and more difficult because, like, but I don't want to see cousin so and so. I don't get along with aunt so and so. I don't get along with that person. I ain't gonna even go. It's like, yo, how you not gonna represent this person? Ain't gonna be able to touch you no more, hug you no more, talk to you no more, have fun with you no more. So you just gonna give all that up for your ego and your pride? That's why I stepped on my ego and I let my pride go. It's only gonna do hurt me. It's gonna hurt me because I'm emotional. It ain't called being gangster. It's called being emotional. Always want to fight, shoot, harm, stab, unalive people. That ain't being gangster. That's being emotional because your emotions not in check. So the only way you feel you can redeem yourself if you hurt something or hurt somebody. If you got your emotions in check, you'll be like, you know what? I'm good. And you'll just leave those people or that situation or them circumstances, just leave it alone and go live your life. That's it. That's what you gotta do, man. I'm good. I had to check my emotions. I get it. People would say things and I would say things back, and it's like, nah. One time, old timer told me, he said, yo, man, you be saying how articulate you are, how intelligent you are, but every time somebody say the littlest things to you, why you always gotta react to it? Walk away. Show how intelligent you really are. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna work on that. And I worked on that. And I was loving and appreciate when I got in situations, my character, my fortitude was tested. I'm like, you know what? I'm wrong. You right. Have a good day, and I'll walk off. And the person that was ready for me to argue back or ready for me to get into a sparring match with them, psychologically, they was messed up. They're like, oh, he just left me here. Yeah, I'm gone. Can't argue by yourself. Can't fight by yourself. So if I leave, now what? But if you stick around and yeah, no, this, that, I ain't gotta solidify to somebody that I'm not a bum. Or I ain't gotta solidify to somebody that I got money. I ain't gotta solidify to somebody I got a nice car. I ain't gotta solidify to somebody that I'm in a good relationship with my woman. I ain't gotta solidify to nobody that I'm a good father. If they don't think none of that, no problem. I'm not mad at them, but I don't have to solidify that to them. Know what, yo, now I'm saying they always got something to say. Let me show them. I ain't showing them nothing. I'm gonna let them keep talking. While they talking, I'm making another move. While they talking, I'm progressing. Let them keep talking. Actions speak louder than words anyway. And sticks and stones break bones. Words should never hurt anyway. Definitely when it's untrue. Definitely when it's untrue. It shouldn't even phase you. It's untrue. So if it's untrue, why is it getting the best of you? It don't hold no weight. But when you're looking for validations, you're going to validate what people say, think, feel, or believe. Like, yo, I'm saying I heard you be cheating on your wife. It's like, okay, whether you cheating on your wife or not, or whether you cheating on your husband or not, why do you have to solidify that to this person that you're doing it or you're not doing it? Live your life. But if you going all out, let me show this person I ain't cheating on my wife. Let me show this person I love my husband. Why? You ain't gotta do that. Show yourself what you could do and how you getting it done. But when you got to show something to other people, prove things to people, that's why you're in the situation you in. You ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta show nobody anything. What's the point? Oh no, I'm saying they think I ain't a good this. They think I ain't real. They're gonna think when you start to do better, people gonna say you think you better than other people because you're doing better. And when you're doing beneath them, they ain't really doing nothing anyway. See, confusion. Certain people thrive off confusion. So when you're doing better, they're gonna criticize you and say you think you better, or you acting different because you're doing better. And when you're doing worse than them, they're gonna say you ain't really doing nothing anyway. That's what I'm saying. I live my life based on facts. What I just said, that was a fact. When you're doing better, someone is going to criticize you and say you think you better or you acting different because you're doing better. And when you're doing worse, they're going to say they ain't really doing nothing anyway, or they ain't really got no money anyway, or they broke, or they dirty, or whatever they're going to say. So what would be the point of looking to solidify anything to anybody that's not yourself or somebody that's in your immediate circle that you know you and that person ain't got to prove nothing to one another. They know where they stand and you know where you stand. So why do I have to do that? Why am I going to prove to my woman how real she is to me? She's supposed to logically and literally already see that. Same thing with me. Same thing with my kids or with my family. And if they don't see it, I'm not mad at them. I'm just not going to deal with that or it or them. That's it. But to make it a bigger issue than what it got to be, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. It makes no sense. It holds no validity. It's no point. To to for me to have my platform, and I had it for about 3.5, 4 years, and I'm not monetized, that says a lot about me. That says that I'm not gonna allow what people do say or don't say when it come to my platform. That's not gonna control what I'm gonna do. When I get monetized, I'm gonna be appreciative, but I'm not gonna go harder because I'm monetized, and I'm not gonna go less hard because I'm not. I'm doing things at my pace. When I want to go live, I'm gonna do that. Before this live, I tried to do it a couple times earlier today, but before today, I think I probably went live like maybe 2 months ago, a month ago. I used to always go live, but I understood the energy that was coming my way. And I wasn't mad at it or people. I just didn't want that energy around me coming to my platform because it was people that sincerely be checking me out for the education purposes because I do this not only on the internet in real life. I talk to people in real life and they'll come to me and say, yo, remember you talked to me about this, that, that. You need to do a video about that. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna look into that. You got a point. I see what I could do. And they could have told me that 6 months ago, and I'll do a video 6 months later. So somebody could have told me something last November, and I probably do a video about it in July. It's like, oh yeah, I remember they did talk to me about that. Let me do a video about that. And it's not a knock on that person. It's just I'm doing things at my pace. That's my point. I'm doing it at my pace. And if my pace is too slow for some people, no problem. And if it's too fast for some people, no problem. But they're not going to slow me down or speed me up. They ain't going to do that. If YouTube tell me, yo, you got to do a video every day, I'm not going to do it. I'm not because I'm doing other things in my life where now I got to preparate and allocate X amount of time to be on the internet. I'm not doing that. And if I really got things to do, how I'm going to have time to be on the internet all the time or every day? That's why I'm thankful I could do pre-recorded videos because now I could do, if I got 2 hours out of a day, I could say, you know what, like now me doing this live, instead of me doing this live, I would do some pre-recorded videos. Now I could do about 5 or 6 pre-recorded videos. Now I could say, you know what, I got a video. I could drop one Monday. I could drop one Wednesday. I could drop another one Saturday. Then I could drop another one Tuesday. Them videos would be done up in about 10 days to 5 or 6 videos I pre-recorded. Now I could go back and do some more. But for me to do something at somebody else's pace, I'm not doing that. I answer up. God telling me, yo, you ain't got to be on the internet every day. You do it when you got the strength and you got the energy. But if I ain't got the strength and energy, what am I doing? I know I'm also blessed and thankful for this. When I go back on my own videos and I view my own work, I'm like, I'm thankful I did that. I'm thankful I said that. So when I do get in a position to be in a position to be monetized, or for somebody to say, yo, they want to interview me, or for somebody to want to put advertisement behind my videos, or whatever it's going to be, at least I know I got a consistent pattern on my timeline. No cursing, no N-bombs. I'm good. So if somebody really like, yo, I want to interview, or yo, I want you to come do some speaking at an engagement, at least I got a good history of some track work where they could come look at it and say, yo, come through. So I don't got to sweat it. And it's like, you know what? All that he was saying and doing, that's consistent. Since he started, his trajectory been the same. He ain't never switch up. And I get compassionate about things that I talk about. So if I do get hyped up or I get a little loud, it's not that I'm upset. I'm just getting compassionate about what I'm talking about because it's that serious. Lying on people is a serious thing. Credibility is a serious thing. Integrity matters. Dignity matters. Honor matters. Worrying about other people that don't have an impact on you directly is not relevant. It's not important. People that can't initially feed your family or feed you or pay your bills, it don't matter what they do with their life, what they do with their money. Like I said, I'm watching the NBA to watch a good game. I'm not worrying about when the game is off and they not playing what they doing. That ain't my business because I know I'm doing this and I make music. I know I get more popular. I'm not going nobody to be in my business. I'm not going nobody to be reporting on what I'm saying and what I'm doing. I could do that myself. I know what I'm doing better than what anybody could report or what anybody could say. I could do that better than anybody, family included. I know that. So why do I need somebody to report on what I'm saying and doing? I know me better than anybody else. I know my ways and actions better than anybody else. And God knows my heart. So why am I sitting here worrying about it? But again, this is where we at. These the times we in. Nobody know how to respect other things and other people. And when it's time for that to happen, it's controversy. It don't just happen. People is getting sick day by day from various different things going on in the world. Every time you look up, somebody's unalive for various different reasons. So last thing we should be worrying about is someone else's personal business. Because another thing I had to learn about that, business ain't personal. So if you're doing something from business, how can somebody take it personal? I'm on YouTube for business purposes and for educational purposes. If somebody becomes entertained or is entertained, I'm not mad at that. I'm thankful, but business ain't personal. That's why people have a lot of issues too, because people take business personal. So if somebody's doing something for business, how is it personal when it's business? Business is never personal. I'm glad I understand that and learned that. Literally and logically, business ain't personal. Whoever got a platform on YouTube or whatever website, TikTok, whatever, it's guidelines you got to abide by because it's still business, whether you're getting paid or not, it's still business. So how do people take business personal? So that means if somebody playing basketball or football or baseball or they sing or they're an actor or actress, how can somebody else take what they doing when they dealing with their own personal life and turn that to a business? Can't do that. And whatever they doing for business, you can't take it personal. So whatever they doing in their personal life, can't flip it and try to make it business. And whatever they do in their business life, how you gonna take it personal? People try to flip it like, all right, this is what they personally doing. I'm a reporter and I'm gonna talk about it. It was I'm not gonna say the famous person name because I don't do name dropping, but it was a famous person that was known for chitter chattering about other people. Now they going through a crisis and now they want to set the record straight because people is assuming and speculating about what's wrong with them. But when they was doing it, they made a career out of it. It was all good. Now that the cycle has reversed and it came back, now they got to get on platforms and solidify. I'm good. Ain't nothing wrong with me. People putting out the wrong narrative. But I'm saying when you was putting out the wrong narrative, now you see. Now you see what it's like. So at the end of the day, it's time to be more accountable and more credibility. And I'm so thankful that I did this live. So thankful because again, a lot of people have to start owning up. Don't point and blame others when you could blame yourself. If you don't like something or someone, you ain't got to curse them out. Just leave them alone. And if you're in an unwarranted circumstance situation where you got to live with the person or you got to be around the person, let them know, look, I got to be here, but I'm going to keep my distance. Or I got to be around you, I'm going to isolate myself. So you ain't got to put extra pressure or stress on yourself. Long as you're not disrespecting nobody or harming nobody, hurting nobody, it ain't really nothing to discuss anyway. So at the end of the day, salute to everybody that stopped by. Again, salute to everybody that stopped by. It don't matter if you stopped by for 30 seconds or 30 minutes. I appreciate it. Everybody, please keep your head up, stay positive, stay focused, and don't let nobody distract you from doing what's best for your circumstances and or situation. Till next time, salute, God bless, I'm gone.